Emily Harper loved the quiet world of books. As a librarian in a quaint corner of the city, she reveled in the tranquility her job provided. Her days were spent surrounded by stories of all kinds, each transporting her to different worlds. Despite her modest life, Emily felt content and fulfilled. One fateful evening at her friend Lily's wedding, Emily's life took an unexpected turn. Amid the laughter and celebrations, she met Daniel Collins, a man whose charisma and charm were impossible to ignore. He was intelligent and kind, with a smile that made Emily's heart flutter. They shared a dance, and before long, they were inseparable. Daniel worked at Collins Enterprises, a powerful conglomerate admired by many. He often spoke about his admiration for the company's chairman, Richard Collins, with a mixture of reverence and awe. Emily listened intently, never revealing that she had a personal connection to the man Daniel idolized. Show. Chapter 2. The hidden legacy. Emily's family history was a well-kept secret. Her parents had chosen a path away from the family fortune, desiring a simpler, quieter life. Her mother, Jane, was the daughter of Richard Collins, but she had distanced herself from the wealth and the responsibilities that came with it. Richard respected his daughter's wishes, maintaining a distant yet loving relationship with her and his granddaughter, Emily. Emily grew up in a modest household far removed from the trappings of wealth. Despite her lineage, she never felt the need to flaunt her connection to the Collins dynasty. She focused on building her own life, guided by the principles of hard work and humility instilled in her by her parents. Chapter 3. Love and Ambition. Emily and Daniel's love blossomed, and within a year they were married. Their early years were filled with happiness and dreams for the future. However, as time went on, Daniel's ambitions grew. He was driven by success, constantly striving to climb the corporate ladder. The modest lifestyle they led began to chafe at him. Emily supported Daniel in every way she could. She encouraged his dreams and celebrated his achievements. But Daniel's frustration grew. He felt trapped, unable to achieve the level of success he desired while living within their means. Despite Emily's love and unwavering support, the gap between their dreams and the reality widened. Chapter 4. The Breaking Point. One evening, after a particularly stressful day at work, Daniel came home with a look of determination in his eyes. He sat Emily down and delivered an ultimatum. He had met someone else, someone who could help him achieve the success he yearned for. He was leaving her. Emily was devastated. She had given her heart to Daniel, and now he was throwing it away for a chance at a different life. She let him go, knowing she couldn't force him to stay. It was a painful decision, but Emily knew she deserved someone who loved her for who she was, not for what she could offer. Chapter 5. The Revelation. Months after the divorce, Emily's life took another unexpected turn. Her grandfather, Richard Collins, fell seriously ill. He summoned Emily to the family estate, where he revealed his plans to retire. He wanted her to take over Collins Enterprises. Emily was reluctant at first. She had never been interested in the corporate world, preferring the quiet life she had built for herself. But her grandfather's plea was heartfelt, and she couldn't ignore his wishes. She agreed to step into the role, determined to honor his legacy while staying true to her own values. When the news broke that Emily Harper was the new chairperson of Collins Enterprises, it sent shockwaves through the company. Daniel, who had been vying for a promotion, was stunned. The woman he had abandoned was now his boss. Chapter 6 The Confrontation. Daniel requested a meeting with Emily filled with a mixture of regret and desperation. As he walked into her office, he was struck by the transformation. Emily sat behind a large oak desk, exuding confidence and authority. "Emily, I didn't know," he stammered, his voice filled with remorse. "You didn't care to know," Emily replied calmly. "You were too focused on your own ambitions to see what you had right in front of you." Daniel pleaded for a second chance, but Emily had moved on. She had discovered her own strength and potential, and she wasn't willing to go back to someone who had abandoned her. She deserved better, and she knew it. Chapter 7 Embracing the Legacy. Taking on her new role was challenging, but Emily faced it with determination. She brought fresh ideas and a compassionate leadership style to Collins Enterprises, making the company even more successful. Her grandfather was proud, and she felt fulfilled in ways she had never imagined. Emily's leadership transformed the company. She introduced initiatives that focused on employee well-being, environmental sustainability, and community engagement. Her innovative approach won the admiration of her colleagues and set a new standard for corporate responsibility. Chapter 8 New Beginnings. As for Daniel, he remained at the company, but he never regained Emily's trust or affection. He learned a hard lesson about the consequences of his actions and the importance of valuing the people in his life. He watched from a distance as Emily thrived, regretting the choices he had made. Emily, on the other hand, found happiness in her new role. She met new people, built meaningful relationships, and discovered a passion for philanthropy. She used her influence to support causes close to her heart, making a positive impact on the world. Epilogue, a bright future. Emily's journey was one of self-discovery and empowerment. She had faced heartbreak and betrayal, but she emerged stronger and more resilient. She proved that true success was not measured by wealth or power, but by the love and respect one earned along the way. As she looked out of her office window, overlooking the bustling city below, Emily felt a sense of fulfillment. She had honored her family's legacy while staying true to herself. Her future was bright, filled with endless possibilities, and she was ready to embrace whatever came next. Title The Hidden Heir. Chapter 1 A Serendipitous Meeting. Emily Harper lived a life of quiet simplicity, working as a librarian in a cozy corner of the city. Her days were filled with the rustling of pages and the smell of old books. Despite her modest surroundings, she found immense joy and contentment in her work and the peaceful life she led. One evening at her friend Lily's wedding, Emily's world shifted. Amid the celebration, she met Daniel Collins, a man whose charm and wit were irresistible. They danced and talked, their connection immediate and profound. Daniel, who worked at the renowned Collins Enterprises, was captivated by Emily's intelligence and warmth. Chapter 2 The Hidden Legacy. Unknown to Daniel, Emily was not just an ordinary librarian. She was the granddaughter of Richard Collins, the chairman of Collins Enterprises. Emily's parents had chosen to live a life away from the corporate world, seeking simplicity over wealth. Her mother, Jane, was Richard's only daughter, who distanced herself from the family's fortune and the responsibilities that came with it. Emily had grown up far removed from the opulence of the Collins dynasty. Her parents had taught her the value of hard work and humility, and she had embraced these principles wholeheartedly. She never felt the need to reveal her lineage, wanting to carve her own path in life. Hash 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 Chapter 3 Love and Ambition. Emily and Daniel's relationship blossomed quickly. Within a year, they were married, their love for each other apparent to all who knew them. Their early years were filled with joy and shared dreams. However, as time passed, Daniel's ambition began to grow. He was determined to climb the corporate ladder, feeling increasingly frustrated by the modest lifestyle. Emily supported Daniel's aspirations, encouraging him every step of the way. She celebrated his successes and stood by him during his struggles. Yet, despite her unwavering support, Daniel's dissatisfaction grew. He yearned for more success, more wealth, more recognition. Hash 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 Chapter 4 The Breaking Point. One evening, after a particularly grueling day at work, Daniel came home with a determined look in his eyes. He sat Emily down and, with a heavy heart, told her that he had met someone else. This new person promised to help him achieve the success he so desperately desired. He was leaving her. Emily was heartbroken. She had poured her heart into their marriage only to see it shattered by Daniel's ambition. Despite the pain, she let him go, knowing she couldn't make him stay. She deserved someone who loved her for who she was, not for what she could offer. Hash 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 hash. Chapter 5 The Revelation. Months after the divorce, Emily's life took another unexpected turn. Her grandfather, Richard Collins, fell seriously ill. He summoned Emily to the family estate, revealing his plans to retire and expressing his wish for her to take over Collins' enterprises. Initially reluctant, Emily couldn't ignore her grandfather's heartfelt plea. She agreed to step into the role, determined to honor his legacy while staying true to her values. When the news broke that Emily Harper was the new chairperson of Collins Enterprises, it sent shockwaves through the company. Daniel, who had been vying for a promotion, was stunned. The woman he had abandoned was now his boss. Hash 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 Chapter 6 The Confrontation. Daniel requested a meeting with Emily, filled with a mixture of regret and desperation. As he walked into her office, he was struck by the transformation. Emily sat behind the large oak desk, exuding confidence and authority.